make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, man. Everybody just wants to be a person. So on social media, there's this clip of Matrix Mac. In Houston, everybody knows who he is. In the rest of the country, he's a guy who's been selling furniture for decades. Is a multi-millionaire. But he said 60 years ago, he knew this lady, friend of his. She had a kid with Down syndrome, and back then they didn't really have nothing to work with. So he told her to just get rid of the kid and move on. I think she had another kid that passed away from Down syndrome because they had a short lifespan, but she wouldn't give up on the kid. She sent him somewhere. They started working with him, started having progress. Now, 60 some odd years later, because of that, they have a foundation that takes care of kids with like Down syndrome, and they give them jobs and work. And he said the lady told him a story: a kid running to the office, yelling with a piece of paper. I forgot the lady's name, like Mrs. Teal or something like that. She's like, "Look, look, look," and she's like, "What?" And he's got, "Look what I got." And she's like, "What?" And there's a piece of paper. And on the piece of paper, she says, "It's a paycheck. I got a job." She's like, "Good." And he said, "Now I'm a real person." And I was like, man, because as far as the human experience goes, a lot of us are like Pinocchio in that sense, where you want to be treated like a real person. You want to be seen as a real person. And you got to do certain things to, quote unquote, for people to validate that you are a real person. It's sad, but that's the reality. You know, the young man was proud of himself because getting a paycheck made him real in his eyes, and how he felt like the world looked at him. Uh, and you see people look down on the homeless, and they're just trying to let people know that they're real people. Like there's that old thing on social media where a homeless guy was asking for money, and a guy cussed him out. He just talked bad to him, and he told a story of, he's like, "Look, man, I'm not a bum, okay?" And the guy left, and he came back, and he gave the guy some money, apologized to him, and he just says, "Look, basically, I'm homeless. I'm not a bum. Like, I'm not out here because I want to be out here. I just fell on some hard times." And it's sad because when you're homeless, people don't look at you like a person. You see homeless people all the time, and people just act like they don't exist. So just trying to be a real person. Um, that's what you would think. God, dog, that's what you would think racially in America. Of people just want to be treated as a real person. You know, and that's what that civil rights sign, "I am a man," is about. Not treated like a person. With 3/5 a human being in a sense. And people go and people enjoy not treating people like a person. And I would probably say, even I guess the class wise, when you're poor, you're not treated like a person. You know, and, when you go certain places, you don't belong, you don't fit in. Why are you here? Type of thing. So you're not a human being. You go to the hospital and people haphazardly help you because you really ain't got the insurance to cover it. So what is your life really worth? And I guess in some ways, even people who are in the gay community, like, I'm not really a real person, because of that, how people view their sexuality. And it's interesting because I really believe people enjoy treating people like they aren't real, like they're not human, like they don't have feelings, like they don't have a heart. I really think people get a kick out of, what, I'm up here, you're down here, and until you do something that impresses me, I'll never treat you like a human being. And to me, that's evil. That's evil. But in this society, I would say it's probably the American way. Um, and the sad part is, even when you finally, get over that hump of doing the things that people that make you feel like you should be treated like a real person, people are so entitled to treat you like you're not. Like, yeah, I know what you did, but I so enjoy treating you like you're not a person. I can't help myself. It's like, you can't help yourself. Like, what are you doing? And it's weird because people could live their whole lives playing this game, and then when you get old, that people put you out to pasture, and then you're not treated like a real person, and then it sets in. You know, you know, karma is crazy, but it's real. Same thing I could say with the gender thing. Men want to be treated like real people, women want to be treated like real people. It's just sad, but it was a dope story though. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch you on the next one.